What's up guys, my name is T-Man and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a trick shot just like Dude Perfect. So Dude Perfect doesn't make the trick shots in the first attempt, and nor will you. It takes try after try after try, and what you do is you use your successful attempts in your video. So guys, make sure to watch to the end of this video where I give you my 5 top tips of how to make a trick shot. If you guys find these tips helpful, please leave a like down below and comment what you want to see in the next video. Thanks for watching. So guys, the first tip I'm going to give you is to have lots of balls. Trust me, this might sound quite obvious, but there's nothing worse than having one ball or whatever you throw in and missing and then having to go pick it up every single time. This just drives you guys crazy. Trust me, it's not fun. So whatever shot you're doing, go out and buy as many of those particular things as possible. So if you're doing like a ping pong trick shot or something like that, go and buy 100 ping pong balls. It makes the shot so much easier, it reduces your time between attempts, and yeah, it just makes things a lot more fun than having to go and pick up each unsuccessful attempt. So another thing to make sure of is to make sure that you can't see any unsuccessful shots. Nothing looks worse than having 60 ping pong balls lying in the background when you finally make the shot. So either position the camera that you can't see the balls, your unsuccessful shots, or move the unsuccessful shots out of frame, or just pick up the balls whenever you miss. I know it kind of sucks, but trust me, it doesn't look good if there's missed shots in your frame. This is how Dude Perfect does it, and this is how you guys should do it too. Okay, so tip number 2 is simply patience. This also sounds quite obvious, but trust me, this is one of the most important things. Some of these shots can take hours if not days to make, and you need to have the perseverance and the patience to push through and eventually make the shot. Some of my toughest shots have taken days to make. My catapult trick shot, catapult basketball shot, whatever you're gonna call it, that took days. I mean, building that thing every time, it took hours. Then it took probably 4 days of attempts to make that shot. All it takes is a bit of patience and perseverance and push through till you actually make it. Trust me, eventually you will make it. Reduce your margin of error. So what this means is if you're missing a target by a mile, it's going to take you so much longer to make the shot, because then it requires just that much more luck to make the shot. So you need to try and miss by a smaller margin. If you can keep your misses within a certain range, that means eventually one will go in. It will take less time for you to make it. Whereas if you're missing by a mile, it's going to take hours and hours and hours. Set up your camera as well. Guys, trust me on this now. There's nothing worse than finally making the trick shot and you figure out that the ball went out of frame and it doesn't look so good, or your camera battery died and you finally made the shot and you didn't catch it on film. It sucks, but that's probably one of the things I struggle with the most, because I do all my shots by myself, and it's a lot easier to have a cameraman and, you know, watching the camera, making sure everything's in frame, making sure the camera's recording. Yeah, so just try and make sure that your camera setup is as good as possible. Plug in your camera when you can. Get power banks if you need, because some shots take hours to make and your batteries will die. So get some power banks, plug in your cameras when you can, and also just make sure that your shot is framed as best as you can. This is where Dude Perfect is really good. They make their trick shots look so much more difficult than they really are. Like, okay, they are difficult, don't get me wrong, but they also just look so much better than anyone else's, because they've set up the camera so well, they film it so well, and that's what makes the difference between a good trick shot and a great trick shot. Okay guys, so my last tip for this video is your editing. Often the difference between a good video and a great video is your editing. you need to make sure that your editing is on point. Your editing has to exaggerate how difficult some of the shots are. If you just put a bunch of shots together, it gets boring, people lose interest quite easily. You gotta make sure to keep your viewers engaged and enjoying the video the entire way through. This is where Dude Perfect is also unbelievable. Obviously they have 2 or 3 editors, I don't know, that work on their videos, and they really make the video just that next level. So they come up with these great shots and then they edit it that make it look so good. So guys, focus on your editing. Go watch a couple tutorials. Go watch editing tutorials until you know what you're doing. And then guys, just go out and have fun. If you guys can do this, you love it. You'll love it. And yeah guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys found some of these tips helpful. They definitely helped me a bit. If you focus on each one step by step, at the end of the day you'll have a great video. A great trick shot video that has a possibility of going viral. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like down below and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.